Hello and welcome to I Can't Say It Day 315. It is Sunday, November 11th, 2018. And we're here today from the little house in our backyard, broadcasting to the entire internet and to anybody who wants to listen to me go on about whatever. Welcome. I am glad that you're here with me today. As we all know, that the reason that this whole video show started was an attempt to lose weight. That means, and the way that it works is every Monday morning I weigh myself and keep track of how I'm doing against a goal. And my goal was 52 pounds in a year. I'm not anywhere close to that. I'm at about 27, 28. I got as low as 30. And that was a great day indeed, but I'm back up a little. So tomorrow I'm going to weigh myself again and see where the number is and see what I can do about getting that number down. That has been and that is always the goal. There are always bumps in the road, events like Halloween, where there's all sorts of candy around, there's willpower, there's other foods and treats and that, just don't help with weight loss. And there's also changing your exercise routine, which I need to get back to doing. So come tomorrow, I will let you know what the scale says for November 12th. Okay, next up, today, my son, and he's been wanting to do this for a while, recorded his first YouTube video. It was just under a minute long. It was his introduction to his YouTube channel, where he talked about the four things that he wanted to put into his YouTube channel. He was going to talk about Beyblades, Pokemon Go cards, Nerf guns, and whatever else he felt like talking about. To watch the video, he actually uploaded the third take. The first two he wasn't happy with, but the third one he was okay. And it was really rough around the edges, and that was okay. When I watched video number 1 of I Can't Say It, I gotta tell you that I know perfectly well what it looks like to see a video that is rough around the edges. And his was rough around the edges. However, given his youth and his enthusiasm for his subject matter, I do suspect that over time he's going to become a bit more comfortable in front of the camera. And I look forward to those days. And I think this could be something that he's really going to enjoy doing. Now, there is the downside, of course, that people are going to comment or make, not nice things about his videos. And it should be noted that I do need to prepare him for that, because he's at that point now where he's looking for people to view his video and probably look for comments. But I'm not sure he's prepared for what the comments might be. So that is something that I do need to discuss with my wife so that my son is prepared for those comments. Anyway, keep a lookout for that video. I'm not exactly sure if I want to tell you his name. I mean, the videos are out there. So I'm a little hesitant about telling you what his name is so that you can go out there and find them. Anyway, so there's that. The week ahead. So next week is going to be an intense week. And the reason for that is the following week we have off. Monday, Tuesday of next week are forced shutdown days so that we burn through PTO days. And we already had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. So there's that. That means that there's going to be a week off. So the week before, I have to plan ahead accordingly to make sure that everything is taken care of while we have the week off. But it's probably likely that I'm going to look at email during the week that we're off. Okay. Finally, and because it's getting late, wanted to say one more thing. As we all know, November 11th is Veterans Day. And I wanted to comment first on TCM and its excellent choice of picking the DI for Veterans Day. The DI is the story about and DI stands for drill instructor, played by Jack Webb, who most people know from the Dragnet TV series. So he's a drill instructor, and he's trying to train 72 recruits to get them ready, to move on to the next step in the Marines. So they're going through basic training, and he has this one guy, Private Owens, who just can't seem to get things right. And the entire movie is Jack Webb's character, whose name is I'm drawing a blank on what his character's name is. Drill instructor. Do they ever tell us? I think they do, but I'm just drawing a blank. Private Owens. Trying to get Private Owens to get in shape. Actually, I think I have talked about this in the video, haven't I? I have. So I will have to find out what day it was I talked about that video and reference it back. But anyway, it is such a good film. And the reason why I love this film is that it's one of the few films that I can distinctly remember watching with my father on late night TV. That's the reason. And plus, it actually is a good film, a nice story. The part that had always bothered me at the end was that it takes his mother to come and tell the drill instructor and the captain to not let him out of the Marines. And it always had bothered me. And I guess it does, and it really shouldn't, because whatever it takes, if that's all it took was a mother to come talk to them so that the son has direction in his life, then who the hell cares? I don't know if that was my assessment when I commented on this in the video, one of the earlier episodes. But, that's, now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't matter. The right thing happened. He is in the Marines, and you got to watch the movie at the end when he gives Private Owens the colors and asks, "You think you're strong enough to carry them?" And he goes, "Yes, sir." And then the drill instructor says, "So do I." And then the movie ends. And then they thank the Marines for their work in the different campaigns throughout World War II. And it's really just a well-done film that has some great lines in it. I will not tell you all of them. "Don't kill any more sand fleas." Oh, such a great line. Oh. "Private Rodriguez, what would you do if you were dropped or surrounded by 500 enemy, soldiers or something?" And Private Rodriguez says, "Kill them, sir." And I was like, well, duh. It's like, what else are you supposed to do? What if you are suddenly surrounded by 500 of the enemy? What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to kill them. It seems so obvious now, but at the time I was like, interesting choice. And I was like, well, that is what you're supposed to. Oh, anyway, I do like the film a whole lot. And the reason, going back to why I was actually talking about this was that today is Veterans Day. And, I read a whole lot about people and what their opinions are of veterans. And I got to tell you that, in my opinion, the opinion of 99% of the people in this country is that we appreciate everything that our veterans have done for us. If our veterans do anything for our country that does not fit with the values of our country, we do not appreciate, we do not condone that behavior. But everything else that they do that's, follows the morals of our country, that works in the best interest of the people where they are serving, and they're putting their lives on the line, we, men and women, we appreciate them, as much as we can. And we do everything we can. I mean, as an ordinary person, we do recognize when these days come along. We recognize their service. If there's something that requires us to help out the veterans, we do it. There is no hesitation in our family about what the veterans have done for us in the past and what the veterans are doing for us now and what the veterans will be doing for us in the future. We have no idea what that is, but we know that if they have to serve somewhere, they're putting their life on the line, that they are doing that, and we hope for the betterment of mankind. Now, there are times when our soldiers are sent to strange places that we don't necessarily agree with. For example, the border with Texas. Why do we have to send 15,000 troops to Texas when the caravan was not going to Texas? They're going to California. Gotta tell you, I think it was a political ploy by Trump to help out Ted Cruz. Because it doesn't make sense to send them to Texas when the caravan's heading to California and they're 600 miles away. There's no point. So let me be clear. We support our veterans wholly, even if they're sent to the craziest of places by the craziest of presidents. We know that they are following orders. We know that it really is not in their makeup to question those orders. There are conscientious objectors, and we understand those. But on the whole, questioning orders is not what you do. You follow orders. And if that's what crazy presidents are requiring our soldiers to do, now we understand the predicament that the soldiers are in. But we will continue to support our troops as long as they're supporting our country. Okay. Now I do not. So, and the reason why I'm saying this is that Republicans seem to think that Democrats are anti-military. That's the impression I get from listening to the Republicans. I don't hear it. Not at all. I know that my wife inside the house, she's a Democrat. She doesn't believe it at all. She is a strong supporter of our troops. Everyone in our family is a strong supporter of our troops. So let me be clear. It is my opinion that the vast majority of Americans support our troops. And to hear anything contrary to that is a lie. I'm not going to say fake news because I hate the term. It's a lie. You call it what it is. We support our troops. No questions asked. Don't do something stupid, though. We oppose stupid behavior. We oppose it in our kids. We oppose it in our politicians. We oppose it in our veterans. Support our country. We love you. Enough said about that. I don't know where I am with space on this, but it looks like, wow, 12 minutes. My videos just keep getting longer, and I don't know why that is. I think it's just time to just start branching out and start doing a little bit more meaty subjects. So I had an idea for next year and what I should do, so I'm going to keep you apprised of that a little bit later. All right, so I'm going to wish you all a pleasant week, and I hope that you have a great time, that you get lots of work done, or go to school, or have fun, or whatever you need to do with your week. All right, so talk to you later. Bye.